Hello, bipeds. Good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where you happen to be. Stephen Sashin, co-founder and chief barefoot officer. I don't know what that means, from xeroshoes.com. And I'm making this video. I'm not making this video. It's a live conversation that you are welcome to join in on. If you're watching this live, if you have questions or comments, you can put them in below. If you're not watching this live, you can still put in your questions and comments below, and somebody from our customer happiness team will get back to you as soon as possible. So what's this all about? Simple. There's only a few days left in our spring 24 product sale where you can save 20% plus, more about that in a second, on our new shoes. And also you can win one of 10 $100, 100 Xero, or 100-pound Xero Shoes eGifts, or gift certificates, or store credit, however you want to think about it. Now, everything I'm about to say you can find online without having to listen to me drone on about it. If you just go to Xero Shoes. If you're in the EU, go to xeroshoes.eu/spring24 sale. If you're in the UK, go to xeroshoes.co.uk/spring24 sale. If you're anywhere else, including the US, go to xeroshoes.com/spring24 sale. And frankly, if you just go to xeroshoes.eu, xeroshoes.co.uk, xeroshoes.com, it'll be obvious where to click to see the page that we have all about these new products and about the sale that's going on through the 27th of March. You'll find reviews of the new products from people who've been wearing them for a while, and you will also see where to register to win one of those gift certificates, 10 €100, 10 £100, 10 $100. And that's easy. You'll find a sweepstakes app on the right of the page or the bottom of the page, depending on the device that you're using. And all you have to do is take the different actions in the sweepstakes. Different actions give you a different number of entries. The more entries you get, the better your chances of winning. Do not wait to see if you won before you pick up one of these new shoes, for two reasons. The first is an easy one. We don't announce the winner of the sweepstakes till after the sale is over. So don't wait to buy the thing you want, because this goes to number two. We are already seemingly selling out of some sizes, some colors, maybe even a style or two. So you don't want to miss out on getting the thing you want while you wait to see if you win. And more importantly, if you win, we will apply your winnings, if you like, to your original order. Or, of course, you can use your winnings to get something else for you, or someone that you know and love, or someone you would like to have know and love you, because you just introduce them to the fun and benefits of natural movement in Xero Shoes. So I'm going to tell you about the new shoes for spring of 24. Again, you can go to those pages and find it on your own, but I'm also going to answer questions. Peter Cunningham says, I got the H Trails. I have the Z Trail, but one of the H Trail 2. I will show you what the H Trail is in just a few moments for those of you who don't know. And while I show you these shoes, I'm going to explain what makes Xero Shoes so different, why we have tens and tens and tens of thousands of reviews and emails and phone calls from people who say these things are life-changing. And it's really simple. It's when you put on Xero Shoes, you discover what you've been missing. You feel what you've been missing: natural comfort, performance, and health. So let's dive in. I'm going to do the casual shoes first, because why not? And I'm going to for some of these shoes, I'm going to tell you where they came from as I tell you what they are. So the first one came from one of our best sellers of last year, a shoe that we could literally not keep in stock. We replenished it twice or three times and kept selling out like right away. And that is the Dylan, just a super comfy lace up that is, oh, by the way, I'm not showing you every color of everything we make, because I don't have that. I'm not at the office where I would have that behind me. But anyway, nice casual shoe. That's just delightful. And people said, this is great. What about something that's like a slip-on version of that? So we said, okay, we took the same sole from the Dylan and we put it on the Dylan canvas slip-on. So here it is, a different color for the sole, but it's the same material, which is a slightly softer rubber. So it gives you a nice, comfortable feeling, but still gives you that barefoot feeling that your brain needs to know how to move your body effectively, efficiently, and enjoyably. It also, like all Xero shoes, has a nice wider foot-shaped toe box, so your toes can spread and relax instead of getting squeezed together. Low to the ground for balance and agility. Like I showed, super, super flexible in pretty much every direction you can think of. That's so all those bones and joints in your body, in your feet, can do what they're supposed to do: move, because that's what gives you balance, agility, and mobility, in addition to being low to the ground. Because if your feet can't move, if those bones and joints can't move, then all that function that your feet are designed for tries unsuccessfully to move up into your ankle, your knee, your hip, and your back, and cause problems in all of those and other places as well. So that's the second part. By the way, quick aside, almost all, I think, all of our shoes, pretty much, have this removable, like 3mm sock liner or insole. So if you want a more barefoot feel, you can take it out. If you want a little more protection, you can keep it in. Just FYI. Our soles actually are, again, designed to give you traction and protection, but they also do one other thing that no other company does. They have a 5,000-mile sole warranty. So keep that in mind. That means the net cost of Xero Shoes is less than anything that doesn't last as long. I mean, if you buy a shoe that lasts 25% as long, a quarter as long, and costs half as much, you have not saved any money. In fact, you've lost money. So Dylan Canvas slip-on. Okay, next is it's a new shoe for one group of people, but not for another group of people. It's another slip-on, and we only had it available for men previously, but now we finally made it available for women. Long story, not worth getting into, and that is the Kona. So again, another slip-on, but now with a moccasin style, just a different look and feel. Elastic lace to hold that onto your foot. A gusseted tongue. That's how this stretches to let you get in. I mean, on the Dylan, this is what's referred to as a gore or elastic section that stretches to let you get in. And here we just move that to the front. So this is just going to give you that great aloha feeling no matter where you go. And it's just a super fun casual shoe with a nice little, cool accent on the inside as well. So this is the Kona, now available finally for women. By the way, everything that I'm going to show you, the 6 shoes that we're just launching, not all of them are available on .co.uk or .eu. You'll see what happens when you get there. And those sites actually have like something new for them, but not new for Xero Shoes. And you'll see that too. So like the HFS2, I think is in Europe. I can't remember now, Europe or the UK, one of those. And there was another shoe that we've had for a while that's finally over to one of those places, but I completely blanked. Okay, on to I was going to do the performance stuff next, but here's a hybrid because this is a product that can be worn casually, just walking around wherever you happen to go. You've worn it in New York City. I've worn it on trails around here. I've worn it just walking around, or you can just put it on a trail because it's a trail-friendly product. Now, this is something that's going to look really simple, but I got to tell you, it took me 5 years to get it right. I've been working on it for that long to get the right way, to get all the right adjustments so it fits the way you like. It fits securely, comfortably, doesn't give you pressure points, and takes you where you want to go. And this is our new sandal, the H Trail. Unlike our Z Trail, which we named because the webbing pattern looks kind of like a Z, you'll say, but this doesn't look anything like an H, and you're right. Frankly, that wasn't the name I wanted to give it. But it's H because these were inspired by the huaraches, the sandals worn by the Tarahumara Indians in Mexico. Huarache, Huarache. It became the H Trail. Here it is. So here's the things that we did to make this special. A nice soft bit of webbing that goes between your toes. If you don't like things between your toes, just wait don't have to wait, because what really holds you in is everything that goes around your ankle. So we've taken the pressure points associated with thong sandals, where that's usually kind of stiff to begin with, and gotten rid of that because you're not having to grip with your toes and jam your toes into the thong to stay in the sandal. So that's part number 1. Part number 2 is all the adjustability. So some people like, it's a personal preference. They like the strap to come from where it goes between your toes straight to their outside ankle. It's a common pattern you see from the Tarahumara when they wear their sandals. Some people like to have the strap go a little more, which way is it, vertical. So it ends up going basically between the first 2 bones in your foot. Get my thumb out of the way. So the first and second metatarsals in your foot. So you have that choice as well. And the way you have that choice is by adjusting these 2 places here. Now, I'll show you something about this one too. But you adjust these 2 things not only to get the strap aligned, but also to fit your foot perfectly. Everyone's foot is a little bit different. And so to be able to adjust the tension on one side and the other gives you a great fit. Also, this piece of hardware right here can slide forward or back, fore and aft, because some people, just again, because of the geometry of your foot, like it in a different place. So that's what's the word I'm looking for. Adjustment point number 3. And of course, number 4 is the heel strap, where you can just here, I'll do it for you. You can just do that and do that and find the right tension. It's not so much the right tension around your heel, but it's when you adjust the heel strap, that's what moves you forward or back in the sandal itself. So that way you can find just the right place to put this and have your foot on that sandal. It's got a nice grippy trail-friendly tread, our bare foam layer on the top to give you just a little bit of cushioning to take the bumps and whatever. What's the word I was looking for? Take the bumps out when you're out on a trail, for example. And crazy lightweight, crazy really flexible. You can pack this flat, obviously, weighs next to nothing. I mean, weighs probably less than 30% of what like a typical sports sandal weighs. So this is the H Trail. Peter says, again, I used to wear thong sandals, but hated them because I would always have to push my foot because it was the only part that I could grip onto. That's my whole point. So this is the H Trail, new for spring of 24. So just a reminder, go to Xero Shoes. If you're in the EU, xeroshoes.eu slash spring 24 sale if you want to get there directly. Or if you're in the UK, xeroshoes.co.uk slash spring 24 sale. Or you can just go to those pages. Or if you're anywhere else, including the US, go to xeroshoes.com slash spring 24 sale, or just to xeroshoes.com. You'll eventually find everything you need there. All right, let's move on to the last three brand new shoes, kind of brand new, actually, you'll see, shoes for spring of 24. So the first one, let's see, which one do I want to do? I'll do this. So last year, we launched another shoe that did exceptionally well, this really fun retro style hiking boot. Fully waterproof. This is the Ridgeway. So seam sealed inner booty, waterproof up to about there because that's the way waterproof works. Super great grippy tread. This just got an incredible review. I can't remember if it was Gear Junkie or Gear Patrol or one of those. Anyway, again, really flexible for a fully technical hiking boot and looks good enough that you would just wear it, if in your urban trail instead of your actual outdoor trail. In other words, like sidewalks and wherever else you want to take it, because it just looks great, with the right outfit. So what we've done, people asked for something for the summer, a little lighter weight, a little easier to get around, but still looking really cool. And so here's the Ridgeway Mesh Low. So similar idea. Same sole, of course, but with a great protective toe cap. So it is totally approach or trail friendly, but also looks great when you're done on the trail. So take it out on the trail and then anywhere else you want to go after that. Out for a drink or dinner. Yeah, that works with friends or family. It's got a nice breathable mesh upper that's still really durable, some welded components that are also adding some durability. This is our trail foam. Again, takes the bumps out. This is not a really thick sole. It's just a fake out because we wrapped the trail foam slightly around the shoe just to give it a really, really cool look. Little hanger back there if you take it through a stream and want to get it to dry off. And like I said, with everything else, if you want a little more barefoot feel, you can pull out the removable 3mm sock liner or insole if you need a little more protection. Just keep that right in. So here's the Ridgeway Mesh Low for men and women. By the way, every shoe that I'm showing you that's new for spring of 24, 100% vegan friendly for those of you for whom that's an important thing. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Really quick, John Bauman says, heel strap is awesome, Stephen. Trouble I have with my current Huaraches is coming, I'm assuming he's off the back. But by the way, if you have that issue, if it's one of our products, give us a call. Give our customer happiness team a call because we've got solutions for things like that. Churatron says, any more CrossFit shoes? Really quickly, I'll say here's the shoes that people are currently wearing that we know of often for CrossFit. The Forza Trainer, the 360, which we explicitly designed for CrossFit and cross training. It's got rubber ridges across the top area. It's called the vamp to protect it from rope climbing. So that's a killer one. There are some people who wear our Speed Force, depending on what the WOD is, the workout of the day, depends on what that is and what shoe you need for that. But if you're looking for like the lightest, closest thing to barefoot, we have a lot of pro athletes who live by and swear by this one. That's the Speed Force. And also, a little less technical than 360 or the Forza Trainer would be the Prio or the Prio Neo, for example. So again, it's really a personal preference kind of thing. And pardon me one second. Okay, there we go. And yeah, those are our top shoes that people are wearing for things like CrossFit and cross training. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Again, depends on the workout, but most of our stuff is designed to handle whatever you throw at it. Okay, we got two more products, and one of them is, again, an upgrade. I thought I had the original here, but I don't seem to have it. So again, last year, we brought out a new hiking boot that did incredibly well. This product is so lightweight, so comfortable, so flexible. It's a hiking boot, but it's been reviewed twice and given a best of for trail running shoes. So we took our Scrambler Mid and made improvements to it, and it's now the Scrambler Mid 2. Sorry that the lacing's all messy. I tried to clean that up, but cleaning is not my thing. Ask my wife. So what we did to make I'll tell you about the whole thing, but first of all, I want to just tell you about what we did wait, I'll tell you about it first. So you can see it says Michelin right there, if you can see that. That's because we did this in conjunction with Michelin, the company that makes tires for your car, for your bicycles, for your motorcycles. And if you didn't know this, and this is going to be good party trivia, Michelin star restaurants, it's from the same company, because what happened in the early days when the salespeople were just going around traveling, they just saved notes to each other about their favorite restaurants. And that became the Michelin Guide. Now you know. So why we did that is because Michelin has a product they call their fiber light material. So this bottom layer of rubber, it's actually two colors, but it's just one layer. Inside the middle of it is a fiber layer, like think Kevlar or something. That makes this thing incredibly flexible, incredibly durable, incredibly strong, and lighter weight because it's thinner and strong enough to hold these really cool treads that inspired by mountain bike tire treads that Michelin makes. So again, people have reviewed this as a trail running shoe because it just feels that comfy. So what we did to make it the upgrade to version 2 is just made it much more durable and even more comfortable. So a more durable toe protective toe cap, more durable mesh. I keep scratching it to do that. These components right here that are hiding the strap that goes underneath them that you can use to adjust for the right tension around your midfoot or your instep. Some extra welded components around the sides, a new design and more padded design for the collar around your ankle, and a silky smooth lining that you are going to absolutely love. So it's also got a little gator hook. If you don't know what a gator is, think about a tent that you put around your calf and then goes over the shoe to protect you from some rain. So this one's really kind of like, a day hiker kind of thing because it's not waterproof, but crazy, crazy lightweight. I mean, the kind of thing where you'll go for a hike and you might forget to take it off. I talked to someone the other day on the phone who he never wears shoes in his house. And his wife at one point said to him, "Why are you wearing shoes?" And he had just come back from a hike and forgot he even had them on. So do with that what you will. All right, we got one more, but I got a couple questions, so let me jump in on those. Deneen, her comment was a little too long, so she's trying again. Churitan, yeah, I love the 360s. How about a true black and gumshoe style for the 360? I think that might actually be happening, but go to xeroshoes.com/feedback and leave that as a suggestion, because that's how our product team knows what to do next. So xeroshoes.com/feedback. Raheem, any plans to make a high top sneaker? Yes, is the easy answer. We had one before called the Toronto, and it did pretty well, but not as well as it could have for reasons that we now know. So I've been having a long talk with the product team about bringing that back with an update, and they're working on that. I don't have an ETA for it yet, but it's on our to-do list. Deneen says, love my hikers, but ordered 2 new pairs for the summer. The Kona and the H-Trail, excited to get them. We're thrilled to hear that, Deneen. Much appreciated. Okay, one more shoe to show you, and this is an easy one because I just showed you the Scrambler Mid 2. Well, people said, that's great, but what if I'm living somewhere where it gets rainy and wet? Okay, Scrambler Mid 2, fully waterproof. So this is the fully waterproof version, seam-sealed inner booty of the shoe that I just showed you, the boot that I just showed you. And the biggest difference is the waterproofing material. It's a product called eVent, E-V-E-N-T. We think it, and what we see from the studies and from all the research and from what people are reporting, better than the waterproof stuff that's got a more familiar name that I'm not allowed to say in real time, especially if I say it 3 times, then some monster comes and shows up. But eVent, it's a bio-based material, which is great, so it's safe and good for you, if you will. Now, I will say this, because there's a fully seam-sealed inner booty, this thing is a little bit stiffer than this one, because we added another layer, that waterproof layer. We still try to make it as flexible and comfortable as possible, and we have, but just so that it's not going to feel like something that doesn't have a seam-sealed inner booty. It has a gusseted tongue, which means, again, the tongue is sewn directly to the upper. Now, keep in mind, the gusseting stops at about here, which means, wait, I got to hold this the right way, which means that's how high it's waterproof to. And I say that because we've had some people literally step into a pond where the water is, this high, and then wonder why water got into their shoe, because they don't understand, gravity, where water goes down. And if your shoe is open, it goes down. There's nothing you can do to protect that, unless, maybe you had some crazy, I don't know, whatever technology you would have for doing that. So, what can I say? Again, Michelin product, it's the same thing, even more aggressive on welding on the outside to be more protective. Again, that same toe cap, really great mesh. Again, not as breathable because of the waterproof layer, but that eVent is like the most breathable waterproof thing we've ever seen. So we had a couple of comments came in, Deneen, two Deneen. There's 2 Deneens. Peter says, like Beetlejuice, say it 3 times and he appears. It's the same idea, if I remember some of those. Peter, if you wear gaiters with waterproof shoes, will it help larger puddles? I don't know. Actually, I've never tried that. It would be entertaining. I mean, look, if you're going to be walking through a bunch of puddles in the summer, get our Aqua X Sport shoe. crazy lightweight. Water just like gushes in, but as soon as you step out of the water, it shoots right out. It's my wife's favorite shoe in the summer because it's so lightweight and so breathable. The air just kind of wafts through it. And when we get to a trail where there's a little bit of a stream and we watch people trying to figure out how to get over it, she just walks right through. And then as soon as she steps on the other side, the other bank, water just pours right out. We actually have a group of 6 women who are rowing around Great Britain. It's a 45-day thing, I think, to really show what's happening with what's going on with pollution in the water and sustainable water rights. And they're going to be wearing that shoe as they row. I sent them some to try out and they went, oh my God, this is great. Not only is it perfect for the water, but because they're rowing, they said without the excessive cushioning that almost every other shoe has, they're getting more force into the foot plate, which means they're rowing better. And we're going to have a whole bunch of videos from them once they actually start the trip in a little while, which we're super excited about. Lisa got her H trail. You're going to have to send pictures of you enjoying them. Peter, again, if you wear some gaiters, oh, we already did that. Denise, yes, it's not a common name. Oh, I love it. No, not a common name. I love when things like that happen. So, okay, those are the 6 shoes. Now, I'm going to remind you about a couple things. If you buy any one of these, you get 20% off. If you buy more than one style, so you get the Dylan Canvas slip-on and you get the Scrambler Mid 2 WP for waterproof, or if you add, to the regular Scrambler, or if you add a Kona, or if you get, basically any 2 or more styles, you get an extra 5% off. That happens automatically at checkout. There's nothing special you need to do. So 20% off for any one style, 25% off if you buy 2 or more styles. Don't forget, you'll find reviews of all these products. And don't forget, more important, and if you go to the website that I have listed down there, xeroshoes.eu if you're in the EU, if you're in the UK, xeroshoes.co.uk. If you're anywhere else, xeroshoes.com. And you'll also find where to register to win one of 10 $100, £100, or €100 Xero Shoes eGifts or gift certificates, store credit, whatever you want to call it. You'll find our sweepstakes app. There's different, it's either on the right of the page or the bottom, depending on where you're looking and what kind of browser you have or what your device is and what the browser is. And there's different actions you can take. Different actions give you a different number of entries. The more entries you get, the better your chances of winning. Some things you can do every day. Come back and vote often and early. One of the things is spread the word. So the sale that we have is running through March 27th. Next, what is that, Tuesday, something like that? And I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't keep track of days in my head anymore. I don't have the brain space for it. Suffice it to say, the sale is running through the 27th, and it looks like going to sell out of some colors, some sizes, maybe even a style or 2. So don't wait until the end like everyone wants to do. The discounts don't get any bigger. It's because we only do this when we do a product launch or frankly our holiday sale at the end of the year, like everyone does. So don't wait to the end. Also, don't wait to the end to see if you won one of those gift certificates before you buy something, because we don't announce the winners until after the sale ends. But if you buy something, then you win, not a problem. We'll apply your winnings to whatever you ordered if you want, or you can use that $100, £100, or €100 to get something else for you, someone you know or love, or someone that you want to have know or love you because you just introduced them to the magic of natural movement in a pair of Xero shoes. I think that kind of covers everything. The 2 Denines are having a love fest, which I love. That's very entertaining. Does the Scrambler boots have foam to cushion? So yeah, so there's a couple things. Thanks for mentioning it. So if you look on the Scrambler above the fiber light layer, that little gray layer, that's our trail foam layer. That gives you just that, makes the ride a little smoother. And again, we've got our sock liner or insole. If you want to keep that in for a little more protection, great. Take it out for a little more barefoot feel. So, okay, I want to let you get back to your evening. I want to do the same here with my dog who needs to go for a WALK. And before we can just relax for the rest of the evening, I'm trying to think if there's any other reminders other than, let me just say this. If you are new to Xero Shoes, we can't wait to hear what happens when you buy any of these new products or any of our boots, shoes, and sandals for casual or performance use, and feel what you've been missing: natural comfort, performance, and health. And whether you're new to Xero Shoes or you've been with us for a while, first of all, thank you for those of you who've been with us for a while, because word of mouth is what's grown this business. Over half of our sales seem to come from people who already own Xero Shoes, and about 25% come from people who met those people. So couldn't do this without you, and we could not be more grateful. Frankly, and candidly, Running a business at all is hard. Running one growing as fast as ours is really hard. Running one where you're making stuff is even harder. And if it weren't for all the people who call us and email us and leave reviews every day to talk about how getting out of big, thick, padded motion control things that elevate your heel and mess with your posture and squeeze your toes together, getting out of those and into something that lets your body and feet do what's natural has been life-changing for them. That's what gets us out of bed in the morning. That's what makes us just extraordinarily happy. And we could not be more thankful and grateful for you helping make all of that happen. So, but whether you're new to Xero Shoes or you've been with us for a while, we do hope you try out any or all of our Spring 24 products and go out and have fun and live life feet first.